y'all, so I'm here to show you guys how I made my U-part wig with the lace closure, so I guess you can say a full lace wig. For the past couple years, ever since I learned how to do the U-part wigs and things like that, I've been using these caps. This is the deluxe multi-use weaving cap. It's adjustable and it's by a company by the name of Dream Weaving Cap. Like it says, one size fit all, size adjustable, 100% nylon. So this is our closure. If you haven't checked out my video on how I got it this flat, I do this pre-install so that I don't have to worry about having to fight with it being too flat once I make my wig. So it's already flat and ready to go. And if you want to wear it in its natural state, which is wavy, all you have to do is wet it and you'll still have this flatness right at the root area. So I'll put that link below so you can see exactly how I prep my closures for my wig. It's like a pencil or a marker, anything that'll show up on the wig. I don't have anything but my concealer right now, so I'm going to use my concealer. And all we're going to do is very simple, since I'm doing a side part over here. I'm just going to place my closure where I would put it on the wig, and this is how we're going to measure it. Take your concealer or anything to write with and just kind of mark where the closure starts at on each side of your head. Out here. So you can see this is where what we need to leave out. You can go and just outline where your hairline starts at. So I usually don't sew on the flaps right here because my hairline, I don't need all that. So just to help you, you can just freehand and just mark where you think you need to stop at. That's it. Just mark where you need to stop at. That's it. Very simple. So you just mark where you need to stop at. I don't sew all of this that I didn't mark. I will not sew here. I'm going to sew everything over this line. So I'll stop right at this line when I sew down my tracks, okay? This is going, I always do this because I'm slow, but I'll put like a B here just to remind me that this is the bang part, because I like to put a little bit more hair on the bang side, so you can kind of just do it messy or whatever works for you. But I just do this to remind me, hey, put more hair over here because you want fullness over here in the bang area. And you know, this is how my bang's gonna fall. So putting that little messy thing right there tells me, hey Adrian, it's a bang over here, so you want to put more volume over here, go right ahead. This tells me don't put as much because I don't need all that volume. And this is once again for a side part wig. So this is our wig block. I talked about this in my last video. This is considered the back of the head, so we're going to place the cap over this part, and this is like the face of it. So these are our marks, so you can see it paid off for marking our wig closure, so we can see where to start and stop at. So I'm just going to remark it because it's stretched out a little bit. Making your wig with the closure, you just want to make sure that this part lines up with this as accurate as possible. You can see it lines up really good with it, so we did a good job on marking it. And that can kind of tell you if you're stretching your wig out a little too much or you need to stretch it out a little bit more. Take your wig pin and kind of stretch the closure out a little bit. You see I'm pulling it. And just gonna pin it exactly on that line that we made over here. You can see when we stretch it, it meets this line that we marked over here. And this part is super easy. We're just gonna sew the closure on. And I like to leave just a little bit of lace unsewn right here. So now we're at the back of the lace closure on this side, and all we did was stitch just down really well. And you want to make sure you kind of double and triple stitch the lace part so that it's really snug on the cap, and this doesn't cause any ripping when we actually cut the wig cap from under the lace, and you'll understand later on in the video. Turn up that you used, take this out, and we're going to begin to sew down this side. Once again, we're going to start a little after the front of the lace right here. We don't want to sew this on the cap. So we're just going to start right about here. See that? Dig right up in it. And our line we marked that was right here. And if it goes a little past it, that's fine too. We're going to sew down this flap in the back, and this is just very simple. We're just going to go across and just sew the back of the closure down on the wig head. So we already just sewed on our closure completely, and it's nice and snug. You can see how strong these caps are. Not going anywhere anytime soon. Okay guys, so now we're at the top of our wig, which is getting closer to the lace. So all I'm doing here is cutting. I am cutting the tracks. Now you can do this without having to cut your track.